3 weeks, we've been looking at Aotearoa. We've been looking at like physical things, you know. So we're looking at we looked at the maunga, we looked at lakes and rivers, and this week's a little bit different. We're going to look at money this week. Okay, so yeah, let's get into it. So here we go. Man, I'm getting pretty flash with my stuff at the moment. I can control all my stuff with the old with my phone, so it's mean. So again, excuse me, you fellas always already know the kaupapa. Turn your mics. All the answers and even questions. I'm really happy when we get questions or we get facts that you know in the chat. I always see it. The chat's right there for me. Like the camera's there. The chat's right there for me. So if you have a fact about something that you know, chuck it in there. All right? Because this is not about me being the fountain of knowledge. We've all got knowledge here. And the chat can be a nice place where we just put our ideas down, eh? And no ideas off. And it's a nice change because, you know, normally in schools, you know, your teacher will stand up and start talking and then flip it back and then, yeah. Oh, thank you, my bro. All right. So let's get into it with our karakia to start it off, eh? Kia hora ia te marino, kia whakapapa paunamu te moana, kia tere te kārohirohi e mua e tō huarahi, aroha atu, aroha mai, tātou ia tātou katoa tihei mauri ora. May peace be widespread, may the sea glimmer like greenstone, chair, and may the shimmer of light guide you on your way. Let us show respect for each other and bind us all together. Tihei mauri ora. I love doing karakias in the morning because, you know, I learn, I get better at my reo, I learn a little bit more, and then this goes into my kete. So anytime I have to go to a hui or anything like that, and they're like, Tim, you're on the karakia now. Oh, yeah, I have a couple in my pocket. So these are really good to have, eh? Okay, so today's lesson is going to be all around tourism. Okay, so tourism, for those that don't know, tourism is using what we have for putia to get money. Hey, when people come in, when people tour. And the main thing that we're going to focus on today is how and why, and then we're going to do a little bit of an exercise. And I've even got a bit of a prize. Oh, I've talked to some people. I know some people. Matawhenua knows that I know some people, and I know some people that can hook some stuff up. And I found one person that's going to hook us up for one winner. But we'll get to that as we get to it. Okay, so let's get into it. First off the bat, I'm not here to. This is not going to be one of those. Oh, let's brag about where we've been. Okay, it's just around the touristy, and I want to know where you fellas have been, where you fellas want to go, and what it is, what tourism really actually is. Okay, but before we get into it, let's get into our warm-up game. Let's get the hell out of the way there, matua. Sheesh. Okay, in the chat, any city, town, I left town up there for you. Te Ruhinga. That's right. I had a choice. I said, could I change it to towns? And I said, no. I'm going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it 100 because I don't change. I don't change for anybody. Okay? I don't need to change. Don't change me. Okay, we're going to go things. Anything that starts with H, we need town that starts with H. Chuck it in there. Right, probably one of the. There we go. I know Matua Frank was going to do that. Let's get warmed up, eh? I had a choice too. I had a choice, and I made that choice just to make sure that Te Ruhinga, because I knew you were going to be here, Te Ruhinga. I knew Te Ruhinga's going to be here, so I was like, I'm going to keep that Hamburg. Oosh, Hamburg even. There's a couple. It could be anyone. Hawaii. Hobart, that's a good one. Hobart is a good one. Hawaii is a state, but I'll still give it. I'll still give it to you there, bro. Holmesville, sheesh. Hotspurs, Houston town. Now we're getting disrespectful, Matua. It's okay. Hey, it's okay when Te Ruhinga does it, but when you do, it hurts my feelings. Hunderford. Hotspur is a that's a soccer team, eh? Herringate, whoosh, Hamilton, Huntsville. What else have we got? Is there any around Taranaki? Except for Hawera? Oh, yeah. That town is going to stay forever. And it's going to be, that town is Te Ruhinga's town. Hungary? Hamilton. Where else? There's different Hamiltons too. There's a lot of Hamiltons around in the world. There's a Hamilton in Ontario, Canada. Hambra in India. Man. Sheesh. I wonder if there's any. I don't. Surely there's some in Aotearoa that isn't Hamilton, or even a Maori name. I can't even think of a Maori place name that starts with H. Oh no, I was going to say Hato Petara, but that's a school. Henderson, yes, Henderson is Henderson. That's another one too. Half Moon Bay, yeah, Half Moon Bay. Man, there's one I know there's Haiti. Yep, man, you fellas are pumping them out. Oh, Timmy's coming through with the extra one. Here we go. Harikino. Where's Harikino? There we go. See, I knew there was Maori ones, and I was it was on the tip of my tongue. Hari. It's Hari Hurito. Oh, nah. Just
and I need my
for once. There's a Hampton Downs. That's another one. Sheesh. All right, you fellas are pumping them out. All right, let's get to our favorite. I know where Matawhenua here. Hawke's Bay, Happy Valley. Okay, let's move on. I know why Matawhenua here. He's here for this. Last week, it got heated last week. For those that weren't here last week, okay, see, it got heated because I put them up and it was too easy. There was, Te Ruhinga was even like, this is too easy, Matua. This week, though, it's on. It's on this week. They get hotter, they get spicier. So those that don't know, the flags will go up. First one in the message to put the right name. Get your fingers out here. You can't. This is the best thing. Hold up. The best thing about this one too is that you fellas can't get onto the ChatGPT with this one. So shamalam. Hey, you fellas can't do those. Oh yeah, I know what's going on. But here we go. The flag quiz is on ways. So for you don't know, first one in the message gets a point. I'll get 2 points. Next one gets 1 point, and then I might do a little bit of a extra, little just a question to see what is. There's all I don't know. You got to be quick. That's the problem. Here we go. Let me get ready. Let me get my stop clock ready. Hey, here we go. First one up is the less spicy one, the mild one. Boom. Get out of the way, Matua. There we go. Type it in there. Not Tonga. Oh. I want to be stink. Oh. You were first, but you didn't spell it right. You did not spell it right. It's a... What's germs knee? Hey, what's germs knee? You were Te Ruhinga was like, and then all of a sudden the point like that's 2 points. That's 2 points for Matua, and I'm gonna give 1 point each for Tamatoa and Hinare. And then Te Ruhinga didn't even go back and edit. So no points for Te Ruhinga. Sorry. 2 for Matua, 1 for Hinare, 1 for Tamatoa. There we go. Keep your own. Keep your own. Wait. Where's Kiri? Does Kiri say it? I'm looking for Kiriana. Oh, kaore. Kiri, you got the next one, all right? Maybe I'll just message you the answer, Kiriana, and then I'll just, hey. Maybe, all right, here we go. We're lifting the spice levels up. Get your fingers ready. Click, make them click. Let's go. Here we go. Booyah. Oh. Kiri. Man, it's going too fast. Kiriana with that 2-pointer. Kiriana with the boom. With 2 points right there. Tamatoa. Okay, Kiriana was quick on that one. I got to be honest. I thought, nah, too late, Matua Frank. You got no points for that one. Kiri with the 2. Kiriana with the 2. And Tamatoa and Te Ruhinga with the 1. Too slow, Matua. Too slow. Oh, hey, don't blame me. Take that up with IT there, mate. Take that up with IT. Here we go. Shush, Matua Frank. Here we go. We're lifting it up a little bit more. Here we go. Here's the next one. Spicy, a little bit more spicy. Boom. Okay. Here we go. Oh. I'm not going to say who's got it yet until everybody puts one in. Ooh, got some interesting ones there. Oh, we got Morocco, we got Portugal, we got Argentina. Oh, I told you this is going to get spicy. I told you. Yeah, it's not Argentina. Oh, Tamatoa has got 2 points. Okay? Tamatoa has got 2 points. Even though he spelt it wrong, he got 2 points for that one. This is Portugal. It was spelled incorrectly, but the intention was there and nobody else got it. But Portugal is the right one where they speak Portuguese. Okay? Is there any other country outside of Portugal that speaks Portuguese? Oh, Matua Frank, man. Settle down. 1 point for Matua Frank on that one. Brazil. They speak Portuguese and Argentina as well. Yes. But yes, Portuguese is the national thing, and Kiri, you get a point as well. Is the national language of Brazil. Argentina is sometimes, but yeah, Portugal it is. Okay, here we go. We're lifting up the spice a little bit, getting a little bit of spice in there, get a little bit of paprika, getting a little bit of ghost pepper. Let's move on to the next one. Here we go. 4 spices. Kahori. Come on, Hinari, you got this. They all came through all at once. Sheesh. Kiriana, oh no, sorry. Te Ruhinga on my one. Te Ruhinga's got the 2. Kiri, Hinari, you got the 1. This is Sweden. Matua Frank said, Matua Frank said IKEA. He's not wrong. He is not wrong. It is there. It is IKEA. IKEA comes from Sweden. Here we go. All right, last one. The spice of all spices. This is a bit of a tricky. Oh, I don't want to say a tricky one. This is one. Very close to Denmark. Right next door, the neighbor. But it is. Okay, here we go. 5 spices for this one. 5 spices. Hot. Going through England. It does look like the England flag. It does. But no, it is not England. It kind of the American, kind of. No, I'm not. No, Mato Frank, I'm not. Matua Frank, Matua Frank. Hey, he's like, this is my impression of Matua Frank right now. Read my message. You need to read my message right now. This is my. Read it. Read it. Matua Frank, you crack me up. Matua Frank was like going read. Why is he not reading my? I'm crying. I'm crying. It is Hawaii. It is Hawaii. But nobody put it in. I should zoom in even more. Why is you not? Well, you should be. Matua Frank, you egg. Sheesh. Matua Frank. Okay. Who got there first? I don't think it was Matua Frank with the 2 points.
Honest, Matsu, if you didn't say I got there first, if you didn't say I got there first, no.
Turn it off. We don't want to hear you, mate. Oh, that was funny. So there we go. we had Te Ringa with the 1 point. It does look very like it. It is a bit of a trick one because Hawaii is this is Hawaii. This is the Hawaiian national flag. Hawaii is not a country. It is a state of America. It should be a country, but we can get back to that another time. That will be in history. You could learn that in history. But very interesting that it has the Union Jack, which is, like we have it on our one. Okay, Matua, you have a good one. Go home and have a cry, eh? Go, yeah. Thank you, Matua. Thank you, Matua Frank. You're the man, all right. Sheesh. Ka kite, my bro. Everyone say ka kite Matua Frank. Have a good one, Matua. Okay, so that's the main thing is that we it's still a flag nonetheless. Very interesting history. I would love to get into the history of Hawaii. There's actually a new TV show called Chief of War. Great question. Did they change their flag or something? No. So okay, we're getting into history a little bit now. Okay, getting a little bit of history. This was their initial flag, and then there was a bit of a rule change between I can't. No, not that I can remember. There's a bit of a history change or a rule change between America and the British, and there was a bit of problems going on. But we'll get into that things. All right, let's get into it. Questions from last week that we went over, the ones that were here. Why are rivers so important to Te Ao Māori? If you can put it into the chat. We can have a look. Just a brief one, just an overview. Why are rivers, why are awa so important in Te Ao Māori and with us? Just a couple, just one. You don't have to research. Just chuck it into the chat. We did 3 main ones. We did the 3 main ones, and it was great. Jeez. So why do you think? Why were they? And it doesn't need to be met. Just 1 or 2 words. Excuse me. I'm just going to fix this up because it's too big for my screen. Hold up. Fun note. There we go. Check. Get the small version of me. Yeah. Our Wairua. Oh, that's a great one. Yes, our Wairua. Where we come from. There was a lot of different ones we went over last week. Te Ruhinga, I don't know if you remember any of them before I start rattling them off. But yeah, we talked about ours last week. We talked about why rivers were so important. Of course you do, because you're awesome. That's why. That's all. That's why. So yeah, important parts of it. It was where we got our food from. You know, before I rattle off, there we go. Our source of water, food, and transport. Those are the three things. Those were the three important things. Hey, because back in the day, they were our source of water, where we got our water from, our fresh water, and then also from our food, we could go fishing and white baiting and getting eels and things like that, and also our transport. It was like our motorway. That's what the main thing was that we learnt about last week. It was our motorway to get to where we wanted to get to, and the biggest motorway was the Tainui River, and that's where a lot of our waka would go down and drop people off. Okay, so yeah, that was our main thing. It was good. It was a good little. People used to waka to get around. Yeah. It was their bus system sometimes, and it was when they brought people from other countries, they would bring them through. Okay, so today we're talking about tourism and how people that come over, internationals, how it is and what it works for like and everything like this. We're going to do a bit of it, and like I said, we've got a bit of a competition. So you fellas get ready, all right? So anyway, here we go. Tourism. In the chat right now, type the most fun place you would want to go on holiday. Don't worry about money. Don't worry about anything. Don't say the moon, because that's not very fun. The USA. Kiri is in there. Tokyo, Kiri. I was there, Kiri. I was there in about, March, April, May, June, July, August. I was there 5 months ago. I was there 5 months ago in Japan. Man, Raising Canes. You know, Timmy, since you brought that up, my bro, let's talk about the Raising Canes. If you guys don't know about Raising Canes, it's this food place in the USA that do, they do chicken fingers, and they're mean. Bit overrated though. Bit overrated. I'm just putting it out there. You fellas probably think, oh yeah, I want to try that. Yeah, not up there. We can go on food all the time. I love talking about it. Stop. Oh, sorry to doing that. My bad. Japan. I got USA. I got the Disneyland. Weesh. I want to go to Japan. We can talk about Japan after the bank. Oh man, sometimes we need to go to the bloody bank just to go up the road, just to fill up my car, just to fill up my car to go down to the shop. I got to go to the bank sometimes. Great. Now we're all going through this. It is great to dream, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to be dreaming a lot. Okay, we're gonna set it out, and we're gonna go. This is what we're gonna do. Okay, this is the dream, but we'll get to that later. Okay, so let's get back to tourism and why tourism is so important to us, especially in New Zealand, being a small little place at the bottom of the world. Tourism is so important to us because it keeps us pumping. All right, so it keeps people come over here. There's people come over here just to see Lord of the Rings. There's people that come over here to just go to the hot springs, to go to Queenstown, to go there. It's a multi-billion-dollar business, and it's very important when we talk about geography, when we talk about, we can talk about our awa and we can talk about history and blah, 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 but things that pump is our tourism, and it brings a lot of money into our country. So, if we did not, when we had COVID and everything was locked down, we lost a lot of money because people couldn't come for a good year. People couldn't come over, and we lost a lot of money from that. Hey, people come here to see exactly. Have you guys seen C? No, Kahori, I have not. Okay, back to it. Here we go. So it's beautiful that you guys are like, I want to go here. I want to try Raising Canes. I want to do this because tourism, and you've seen it on YouTube or you've seen it on videos or TV, and you go, man, I want to try that. Eh? And then away we go, eh? Rotorua. Rotorua is the smallest, biggest tourist spot in New Zealand, but also in Aotearoa. You have to understand there's not many people that live in Rotorua, but there is so many people that come in and out. 3.3 million people visit Rotorua every year. Every year, 3.3 million. To put that into perspective, in Tamaki Makaurau, in Auckland, just Auckland, we only have 1.7 million people. So that's like everyone in Auckland going to visit Rotorua twice in 1 year. So you think about that. A lot of people go to Rotorua every single year. And it's a hot spot, no pun intended, but it's a hot spot for tourism. It's a hot spot for people to experience te reo te ao Māori, and even te reo Māori, but te ao Māori, the Māori world. And it's very important to the infrastructure of New Zealand, because of people that come over to, yeah, man, it's a lot of people. So 3.3 million people. So you think about that for a second. How, if they didn't have tourism in their city, a lot of things would go dead. Like, there's no one buying. There's no one kind of no. All the hotels won't get set up. All the food places. All of the attractions. But 3.3 million people visit that every single year. And there might be some from us. I know there might be some from us, but a lot. That's a great point, Te Ruhinga. It's nearly the entire population of New Zealand, but a lot of international tourists come over here. Okay, and we'll walk through the how that all works as well. Okay, so te pūtea, where the money from tourists. Okay, so we're going to talk about the money aspect of things. So the money that goes into accommodation. So we stay, hotels, Airbnbs, everything like that. Exactly. It's just too good. All right. Food, transport, activities. Those are the four main things that you do when you go to somewhere. Yeah. So it's all around, where am I going to stay? What am I going to eat? How am I going to get around? And what activities am I going to do? Yeah. So from tourists, by the way, this is government gardens that are in Rotorua in the background. If you've ever been, very well put together place. It's got an interesting history as well for it, but we'll get to that on another time. So what I want you to do now is we're going to take a little bit of a guess. Okay, we're going to take a guess in Rotorua. So when Rotorua is pumping, all right, per year, a number between $500 and $800. Just put it in the. I want to see who's the closest. Okay, 500 to 800 of per year. How much money gets pumped into Rotorua? Just take a guess, and we're gonna see who gets the closest. All right, 500, and I nailed it down to that one. Okay, 693. It's an interesting one. 735. Could be anything. It's always like, Matua always makes everything a competition, eh? And what? It's mean. It's mean to have competition. Doesn't matter. Nobody wins on this one, but 73. Hinare was about to type. Just take you don't have to, any number in between 500 and 800. 700 on Hinare. Ooh. Kiri, are you there, Kiri? Timmy? Just chuck a number in there, just while I have a inu. Rotorua is a beautiful place. Rotorua is an absolute beautiful place. That in terms of te ao Māori, just rises it up. 600 for Timmy, rises it up, eh? Puts it up there, put it up on a pedestal. That's the main thing, is te ao Māori. Okay, ooh. Woo-wee. All right, here's the answer. Oh, it's a lovely, yeah. It does have a bit of a, but that's what people go for. They want to know why and what. Anyway, here's the answer. $780 million. $780 million. Okay? Just off those four things. That's how much money. So Kiri was the closest. Oh, no. Did someone say it? No. Kiri was the closest. Yep. $780 million gets pumped into the economy per year. Not just per whatever, per year. Every single, yeah, great job, Kiri. You awesome. And every single time that someone either buys gets a hotel room or gets kai or that, and also this does not count just going to the supermarket or buying like this is just the big ones. $780 million every year. So you imagine when lockdown happened and they're like, no more. They're like, well, what do we do? What do we do? Yeah, $1 million, not million, right? That's a lot of putia. So you imagine in 2020 to 2021 when they were like, no more tourists, where would they get all their money from? And that's a lot of times people don't think about that, but it's very important that we go, man, because that's a lot of people's jobs. That's just people that work at the gondola, those types of things. It's a lot of so they had to, the government helped out a little bit, but it was interesting to see, yeah. So per day, an international tourist. So if an international tourist from, let's say, China, Japan, Korea, South Africa, America, anywhere in the world, when they come over, they spend $1,250 a day on average. Okay? So that's just one. You have a family of 5, that's 5 of those. So it's a lot of money that they spend per day when they go to Rotorua. So it's things like, get out of the way here, things like the gondola, things like the luge, things like the hangi experience that they have. So per day, an international tourist in Rotorua, $1,250 a day. Yeah, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that gets pumped back into the economy and, a lot of things. So this is why tourism is so important to Aotearoa, and it's so important that we recognize that as Māori, that is, people are coming for that experience, to experience having a pōwhiri and seeing how they make a hangi and trying a hangi and seeing what even things like toi whakaaro, where they're doing carvings and pounamu and stuff like that. That's why Rotorua, yeah, oh man, we talked about that last time, eh? Te ruinga. There's nothing like the ground one. So yeah. So it is very, very important that we hold that accountable, because there's some people that go, oh nah, what about Rainbow's End? Rainbow's End doesn't Rainbow's End doesn't compete with even Rotorua. Doesn't, not even close. I don't know either, Kiri. I don't know either. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Eesh. But yeah, so it's really important to have a look at it and go, okay, this is why tourism is so important in Te Ao Māori. Because in Te Ao Māori, without Te Ao Māori, what are we selling? What are we selling to international tourists? Except for Lord of the Rings. And there's not many people that are into Lord of the Rings. Yeah, well, I love that. I love that Te Ruhinga. Te Ruhinga said it's the sulfur smelling, since Rotorua has so much sulfur in their gutters. It's not their gutters, it's their it's the thermal underneath the ground. Yeah. This movie was made in movie. In New Zealand. Oh yes, yes. Okay. All right, here we go. This very important. This castle. Okay, we're gonna go worldwide now. Does anybody want to take a guess where this important castle is? It's a castle that makes take a guess on the country. Yeah. This castle is very important. Whoosh. Yeah, it is. A lot of people were. I thought you fellas were going to go Germany or something. No, no, no. This is Disneyland. This is the Disneyland. You fellas talked about Disneyland. We talked about Disneyland. We're going to talk about Disneyland and how that is a major tourist place. Now, Disneyland is not actually, yeah, that's the Cinderella castle. There you go. This one's in Disneyland, not Disney World. They have Disneyland, they have Disney World. And it costs a lot of money to go there, and we're going to break that down because this is what we're going to do on the next one. Yeah. So Disneyland, it kind of is. It was great that you fellas. I was actually quite surprised that you fellas got that straight away. I thought we are going to be like, oh, that's a German castle, but no, that's just a man-made castle in the middle of California, in the middle of Anaheim, is the place that it's called. Yeah. All right. So let's break down the numbers for Disneyland, eh? Oh, let me get this over. Te pūtea here. Okay, every day Disneyland makes $3.8 billion every day. Every single day. So if we put it into perspective, billion. So B with the billion. Now you got to think about this though. That makes that money, but then it pumps it back into everything else. So you got this is take away, you got to clean the place, you got to maintenance, you got to pay your staff, you got to do everything. Just money that comes in every single day is $3.8 billion. Okay, a lot of money is put in there every year. $34 billion. $34.15 billion gets put into it. Now, the most important thing, just like Rotorua, the local city around Disneyland is called Anaheim. Okay, and that's the McDonald's and everything else, and that makes $4.7 billion per year. Yeah. So just like the dairy that's down the road, or the supermarket, and all these ones. So you got to understand that tourism is around one place, but the whole entire town that goes around it. So Disneyland is the example that I'm going to use here. That it makes a lot of money, but it also makes some money outside. So it brings a lot of money to people around the area. But yeah, Disneyland is I've been a few times, okay, and yeah, I've traveled. I've traveled a lot with my mahi that I had. I've been to a few of them, and I'm not doing it to brag, but like I did it through because I used to be a basketball coach, and I used to get to travel a lot around the world. And in basketball, because it's so huge in America, we went there a few times. Yes, Disneyland has food as well. Yeah, and that costs money, But and yeah, there's a lot of things that go into your Disneyland. So here's what we're going to do. All right. This is where our competition happens. Okay. So you fellas lock in. Okay. Here we go. Hey, we'll talk about that after, eh? And the food, yeah, we'll talk about after we do this, then I'll stay back. You can ask me all the questions you want. Okay. Here we go. So dream holiday. I asked you at the start. I asked you at the start of the session, where's your dream holiday? You all went, go hard. And I love that. I love it. I love that you fellas knew. As soon as I said it, you fellas knew. You said, I want to go to Japan. I want to go here. I want to go there. I love that. That is the best. Keep that. Okay. But what I want us to do now is I'm going to have a competition to see this. Okay. Now here's the competition. I want you to create a budget for your dream holiday. Your dream holiday. It's got to include your flights, your accommodation, your tickets, your food allowance. It has to have everything. Where you're going for a feed. It's got everything. It has to have it there. Okay. Thumbs up if you get me. Am I still live? My mic went, there we go, sweet. My mic went a little bit funny and I was like, oh, sheesh. Okay, so everything. Okay, you got to budget it out, and you can your job is to use the internet, use the powers of the internet to figure all of this out for me. Okay, figure it out. Tickets, how much it costs to get to, if you're going to go to Disneyland, how much it's going to cost to get in there. Go on, write it in there. How much is a ticket to Disneyland? Figure that out. Okay, and then I'm going to judge it. Okay, I'm going to see on accuracy. I'm going to see if you have experiences. If they have, you can, it doesn't matter about the money. It's just about the planning of it, eh? Use those ones, okay? Experiences. Presentation also, I'm going to judge it on. Is it easy to read? Okay, you can use things like Canva. You could use things like the Word documents, Google Docs. You could use Excel spreadsheet. You can use whatever you want, okay? But I'm going to judge it. I'm going to judge it on how nice it looks, how easy it is to read, and all of that. And you have till next Thursday to drop it in. And I'm very lucky. I got some friends that have a job. I went to my mate, and he has a business, and they make lollies. Or they don't make lollies. They pack them and they send them out, and it's called pick and mix lollies. That's my new kupu that I learned the other day too. Whakahu raka. Whakahu waka, which means champion. Hey, see, I'm doing my, because I got my course that I'm doing as well. I'm still there. So they have the pick and mix. I will get a pick and mix for you. Maybe 1/2 kilogram of lollies, and I will send it to your house for the best one. Okay, the best. Not just like, like get in there. Say I will get it in there. Yeah, hard out. There's couriers. I got your fellas. I can get your fellas. We fellas live. They courier all around. I don't need to come to your house and drop it off to you. I just get the courier to drop it off. So I'll give you, they'll drop some lollies off to your house. But I need to see. I need to see again. Listen, I got that. My people's all like, yeah, I'll sort you out. I'll help you out. They might sort out more than one. I don't know. But our whakahu waka, whakahu waka. Hey, man, might be 500 grams. Okay, again, to go over it. Flights, accommodation, tickets, food allowance, where are you going for a kai, how much it's going to cost, everything. I want you to get, I want the accuracy. I want it to be accurate. Okay. Oh, who kept it? Sheesh. Well, Tamatua kept it. All right, but here's the thing. This is how you put it in. Man, Tamatua was like, I need to do this right now. I was like, hey, chill out. Okay, so what's next? When you put it in, here's what you need to do. It goes, My Korowai, Dropbox, Showcase. I'll show you. Let me get smaller on this one. There we go. Over here, My Korowai. You know where that is on your... Oh, there he is. Tamatua's back. So, man, I was like, Tamatua's going to miss the most important part. This is how you put it in. Okay? Go to My Korowai on excuse me, My Tukura. Once you get through there, tools, Dropbox. Yeah? And then when you're in the Dropbox, now this is the important part. Down the bottom, go into it. Showcase Dropbox. Again, I'll do it one more time so you fellas know. So it's not... So this is... You know why I'm doing this? I'll tell you why. Because I'll get that, Matua, I didn't know how to put it in, Matua. You shush, because I just did it. I'm going to do it again. Here we go. My Korowai, over here. Down to the tools. Down to Dropbox. On that black bar up the top. Should go all the way down. Showcase Dropbox. Eesh. Now I know in this chat, Timmy, Kiri, Hinare, and Tamatua, I will get your stuff. Te ruhenga, all you got to do is just email me. Do this as well. Do it to your thing. Email it to me so I can see it. Okay? So still do this, but just email it to me as well. Yeah, the rest of you fellas, I'll see it when it comes through. So Thursday is the day. Okay? Let me go through it one more time. Flights. How much is flighting? Use Air New Zealand. Up to you. If you want to get sneaky, do the business class. Doesn't matter. All right. Accommodation, tickets to stuff. If you're going to go to Disneyland, food allowance, where you're going to eat, and then everything else, transport, how you going to get from the airport to wherever you're going to go to. You got to plan it out, and it needs to be mean, because the meanest ones will get some lollies. I'll send them to your house. Okay. Are we locked in, whānau? Are we locked in? That's what I want to know. Are we locked in? And look at that, eh? Next week, we're going to talk about Japan. Just like you fellas want to hear. Just like Kiri wants. Kiri, I got some stories for you, Kiriana. When I went to Japan, I've been to it a few times. I love Japan. It's my favorite place. Yep, we're going to talk about Japan next week. We're going to talk about Japan. We're going to talk about, I'm going to do a little bit of history about Japan. We're going to talk about their culture, their awa, their maunga, their awa, and we're going to talk about what makes them and their stuff so special to us. There's a lot of links between Maori and Japan, and we're going to have a little korero about that as well. And lastly, there we go. Oh, urban legends even, eh? All right. Before, don't forget, and I have to say this all the time, check in, and you better get, hey, you better give me a good, you better say that I did good on there. You better give me a good one. You better say Matua is the man. He's good. Don't say anything about lollies because they might tell me off, but who cares? Okay. Make sure that you fellas check in every time. Let me get closer. Hey, let me get closer. All right. Check in. If you don't know how to check in, you should know by now, but it is under, I know there's so many things to do. Check in under classes, and we'll sort that out, eh? All right, let's do our karakia to end. Kua motu mātou mahi, mō tēnei wā, manakitia mai mātou katoa, a Mātauranga o mātou whānau I o ki te aurangi, haumi e, hui e, tā ki e. Kia ora whānau. I'll stay around. I'm going to hang around and do any questions you fellas want to know about America or whatever. All right? But you fellas have been amazing. Next Friday, remember, I'll get closer. Next Friday, same time. And that's due on Thursday. That's due on the Thursday. Okay? There we go. All right, you fellas got any questions about if you fellas got any questions about America, I'll stay